Hey Dave, hope you are well today. Quick one for you. As more of your players are arriving tomorrow for spring training, is there either a theme or a message that you hope to have with them when they arrive as you prepare for this season?
Yeah, I think the first message is going to be congratulations. I didn't have that opportunity uh, to address everybody, all of us kind of to address one another as far as what we accomplished last year, and understanding that we have different faces and different people here. But I do think that that is forefront of mind. And then as far as now turn the page, moving on towards 21, it's more of just being mindful of the things we need to do to keep that same success, and just how we do it. Anything is how we do everything, how we go about practice, and understand that you can't win a World Series in February. So that's part of my message.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Next question is from Maria Sorrell. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, congratulations on being a World Series manager now. My question is it's kind of on those lines. For you, what does it feel like being in camp this year, having just won the World Series?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of questions that, of not what we didn't do to accomplish our goal to win a championship. Those questions are not going to be asked, so that's nice to look forward to. So I think that the narrative is going to be, how can we do it again? But it's just a different mindset. I think there's a little bit of relief. I mean, to be quite honest, but I still think that we understand that, we still have a lot of work to do for 21.
Thanks, Dave.
Yep.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey Dave, just you guys experienced maybe a hangover in 18. Is that fair to say at the beginning of the year? You have to be proactive with that against that this time around after winning a World Series.
Yeah, I think so. I think that, knowing our organization, we like to take that proactive approach. I think that there's a reason why, not an exact reason why no team has repeated since 2000, because it's not easy. So I think that for us to acknowledge that, but really understand the pillars, the foundation of what makes us great, keeping that the focus, I think that, will allow for us to have that same opportunity this year.
Are most of your position players there already? How many guys are missing, I guess?
I don't know exactly who's missing. Today is a day that a lot of the position players didn't come in, because they're going to come in tomorrow and do their physicals and things like that. But most guys are here. I haven't seen Mookie yet, but I'm sure he's en route. But for the most part, guys are in town.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question from JP Hoornstra. Go ahead.
Dave, Clayton just now was talking about sort of he was foreshadowing that May, June, and July, sort of the middle months in the schedule, are going to be the times when he's going to have to, quote, fight through it. Probably around the time where you're past the 60-game mark, you're past the number of games that you guys played last season. And I'm just wondering if you can foresee something similar and what you as a manager would try to do to keep guys grinding through that time.
Yeah, I certainly understand that. My job, the coaching staff, and each player, to one another, is to just keep each other focused and, allowing us to get through those dog days, because, it's a long season. It's a season we didn't have last year. It's going to be a grind. There's still protocols and things that we got to adhere to. But I do think that kind of the narrow focus on, winning one baseball game, it still rings true. And I think that just allows us to kind of be able to dominate one day at a time, kind of that mindset.
Thanks, Dave.
Next question is from Juan Toribio. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, just kind of along the lines of what Jorge asked you, kind of given the fact that you guys couldn't celebrate after the win of the World Series, not doing the parade, do you think that might kind of help in the sense of it keeps that hunger to kind of do those things?
I do. I do. And I think that Walker articulated it pretty well a few weeks ago on a call that I was on with him is, we want to do it again to ultimately enjoy all the fruits of winning a championship. And I think that understanding what the situation, the climate was last year, we couldn't. But that's something that's a carrot I think is out there for all of us to understand that, number one, we have a lot of work to do, a long way to go. But to that question, being able to celebrate in the clubhouse, to ultimately have a parade with our fans, we didn't get to do that. So I think that every player looks at it sort of differently as far as a motivation. But again, that's way down the road, but that's still a dangling carrot.
And how do you think guys, I mean, maybe it's a little bit too early to ask this, but how do you think guys will kind of combat going through protocols for another year? I mean, you just had a couple months off of not testing every other day, but now you're going to do that, for the next 7-8 months.
It's not going to be easy, but I think that our guys are really, they understand there's people that are in our organization, there's people that are outside of our organization that have jobs to do to ultimately keep everyone safe. And so again, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be frustration at times, but the world that we knew a couple of years ago is different. And the most important thing is we got to stay healthy, and we got to play well on the field. So we do a good job of kind of minimizing the noise and worrying about things that we really can't control.
Thanks, Dave.
Hey, Dave, do you have an update on Q-Bear and also Mitch White, how they're progressing?
Yeah, so Cabert's still not here. I don't have an update as far as a potential reporting date. And Mitchell is still kind of just nursing that arm, and he's kind of going to be slower, and we just got to make sure he stays healthy.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.